Hey, so I went to the Megacon again today, shush bird, and I figure what the hell, let's go. I would go and see what's what. Unfortunately, I didn't have a lot of time, and I end up thinking, nah, I think I wasted a lot of money because normally I would have until 5 o'clock. I had to go early so I could drive the wife and kid to work, and it just felt like I paid what ended up $100 to shop, but I got some pretty good things. It is, as I said in the thumbnail, there's a lot of cheesecake in my box. Although I thought it'd sound sexier if it came from Vampirella. Alrighty, but yeah, I invited everybody in, but it looks like I'm flying solo. This is some stuff that VENKMAN would like. This is definitely some stuff that LK would like. I went to this one booth. They have these buy one, get one frees and all that kind of stuff. And I was picking out all these silver and bronze and golden. And then I saw girly books and it was like, how much are these? And they told me, and I went, oh my gosh, actually this might end up being a better deal for the auction because not a lot of the books I got from that same shop sold last week. So hopefully here we go. So as they say, without further ado, or right now, let's get started. Now this one, I don't know if this one's going to, oh, hey, I've got an empty box here. I don't know if the first one is actually going to do anything. I got it because of the whole Power Girl of it all. Except for her new book, Power Girl's so hot right now. Oh, she's hot all the time. There we go. I have an empty box finally I can put stuff in. But they did this over the summertime. They put out this. It's called Nort's Summer Break Swimsuit Edition. So here we have, of course, the Power Girl cover. And that's pretty cool. Jay, come on in, man. Help with the comments. Someone to bounce off of. That'd be awesome. And then, and like I said, there was going to be some, I thought, some good stuff for LK because he's into this, and I think everybody should be. From what I've read of them, they're pretty fun. But here's Hero Alliance issue number 4. And we have, oh, by the way, these are also, everything is in impeccable shape. I mean, they're just awesome shape. There you go. And we have Hero Alliance number 5. And like I said, the cheesecake overrunneth. Oh, you little sick there, AJ. No worries, man. Next up, we have Hero Alliance number 7. And I don't care any cover this woman is on. She always has the pokies. There you go. And then we have Hero Alliance issue number 11. See what I mean? There you go. And we have Hero Alliance Annual number 1. The starting bids on these the first batch is going to be around $5. So, all righty. Next up, also from Hero Graphics, the whole Hero Alliance thing. We have Flare number 1. This is from like 1990. There's some serious hips and thighs there. Who is the artist on the first that I showed off? What was the first one? Hero Alliance number 4. I would have to check that. I don't think it's got a. I don't think. Yeah, it doesn't have the name on the cover. Well, alrighty, but hey, it's easy peasy to do. Just got to look up Hero Alliance on the Comic Vines. I used to be very active on Comic Vine, something like 1,000 reviews, and then I was like, okay, yeah, I'm out. Started up my own YouTube channel. All right, let's see. Issue number 4. That is not the same issue number 4. There's a couple of volumes of these things. So let me see. And sometimes, bum, 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 bum. Is that Hero Alliance quarterly? Yep. thought it was Hero Alliance. It was Hero Alliance Quarterly, and it says right here, issue number 4 is the Mark Jones is the name of the penciler, Scott Rockwell the colorist, and the cover is by Mike Akamoto. So there you go. Yeah. Might be. Yep. There you go. Trusty had it. All right. Next up, we have from February 2005. I guess I don't have these in order. But from February 2005, we have Flair issue number 3. And we have issue number 5. All righty. And then from the other one, we have Flair number 15. All righty. And next up, we have Flair number 9 from the original. And from also AC Comics is Thrilling Science Tales. Older hero puts together a team of younger heroes, essentially mentors them in lots of drama, says Trusty. Another one. Man, I wish LK was here. You know, sometimes I'm like, oh, I think this guy's gonna like this one. And this is one of those. I know it. He highly recommends these books, but this is the White Widow, the good White Widow, by the way, not the Marvel White Widow. There you go. Also, I do target people. I'm like, okay, I know this person's going to like this. I know this person's going to like this, but I try to get generally things that everybody will get. But here we have the deluxe showcase edition of Vampirella versus Panther. Mark Millar and Mark Teixeira. There you go. From Harris Comics, not the Dynamite stuff. Next up, we have Vengeance of Vampirella, issue number 7. There you go. And we have Vengeance of Vampirella 0. The mystery walks 0. Dun, dun, dun. There you go. And we have, still from Harris Comics, we have Vampirella issue number 11. And we have Vampirella issue number 3. All right. All those are from Harris. I guess this book was hot. There you go. All righty. Going a little bit more traditional. We have issue number 206 of the Superman family starring Supergirl. There you go. And once again, just damn, I was very happy to get this. Look at that. This is mint condition. That might be 9.8 material right there. That is pretty damn cool. And we also have issue number 215 starring Supergirl. And once again, god damn, it's in good condition. There you go. Something that's not in good condition, but still is going to be in the $5 bin. I have this. It's I believe it's issue number 31 of Dick Tracy Monthly from 1949. There you go. The cover is not attached. There you go. Oh, I'm sorry, 21, not 39, 21 from 1949. There you go. Not a cheesecake, but there you go. I still thought it deserved to be in there. 9.8, all white pages. Yeah, that thing looked, those things look really good, man. Okay, I've had this a couple of times. I will buy it anytime I see it. It's from 1997 when they did the Batman and Robin movie. They put out 4 books. Poison Ivy. What was it? It was Bane, Poison Ivy, Mr. Freeze, and Batgirl. And Batgirl goes, man. Seriously. This one goes more than any of the others, as a matter of fact. All righty. Back to some Hero Alliance. These will be from here up. Actually, from I think the Dick Tracy was the last of them. The Batgirl starts the I've got to look up, you know, make sure what the prices are. And this includes Hero Alliance issue number 12. Now, I'm not quite sure why people are going after this cover a little bit more than usual. But yeah, this one and the next one. So there you go. All righty. And then we have issue number 13. There you go. Next up, we've got more Flair. This is Flair First Edition Volume 2, or issue number 2, or Volume 2. It's a prestige format. It looks like a trade paperback. And it does say 3 excellent adventures starring the original Flair. So there you go. That woman looks like Heather Locklear. Yeah, pretty much. I told you, these are some cheesecake covers, man. Next up, we have from Heroic Comics. Let's see, featuring new adventures with Naomi, Christy Claus, and Commander Fantastic's All-Girl Hero League. We have the Flair Adventures, and this is issue number 10. There you go. And it is, as it says, supersized. So there we are. Next up, speaking of Chrissy Claus, we have issue number 19 of Flair Adventures. Well, get that clear. All righty. You know, I should do a FemForce and all that kind of stuff, like a month or something of comic book origins. Next up, this is AC Comics. I think that's where they started. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe this is where they started. But here we have not only Thunder Fox, but Paragon as well. But here you go. And that is issue number 17 of FemForce. And we have FemForce Witch War. This is issue number 15. All righty. Francesco, great artist, super nice guy, says Trusty. And then we have issue number 19 of FemForce. There you go. And all of these books are going to be in next week's auction. They're going to start at 5. I'm not going to lie to you. That's just how I bought them. Not a lot of wiggle room on that. Let's see. Okay, so here we go. Next up, we have the AC Annual starring She-Cat, Green Llama, Jet Girl, Catman, Sin, Frankenstein, and Daredevil, and the Purple Claw. There we go. Oh, and Yankee Girl and Miss Victory. We'll be seeing a little more. OSD and I are wondering if you're able to get books you left there. Oh, you'll see them a little bit later. Yes, I was. That was actually kind of nice. The first place I went was that booth, and I flat out at first went right up to them and said, guys, I was here on Thursday. And they go, yeah, we remember you. I was their last customer, and I lost track of what I spent. I actually forgot 4 booths that I stopped by when I'm doing the edition, and I spent everything. Actually, I spent to negative $5 in my bank account, and that's one of the reasons I was like, okay, we got to do this, get more money in the bank, because I had wanted to save out $50, really $60. So I always have a cushion because that's how much the shipping would have cost for the auction prior. And unfortunately lost it. And they remembered that. So they were like, yeah, we remember you. And I said, well, I left 2 books. We were messing around with this, and 2 $20 books. They asked what they were. I said it was Solar Man of the Atom from Valiant, and it was Herbie the Fat Fury #1. And I really wanted that Herbie because that Herbie is more than $20 by far. And they said, well, I don't remember it, but if you want to look around, it's still there. They were easy peasy about the whole thing. Very helpful throughout everything. I was actually, like I said, I was actually going to get different stuff until they pointed out that all the girly covers were $5 no matter what they were. Yeah. So I ended up getting some larger books and some trade paperbacks and such like that. Here we go. There you go. That's Innovation Summer Fun Special #1. Oh yeah. What's the most valuable comic you've sold so far? Common America #1. It was a gift from Tim Lim and Mark Pellegrini. Both of them signed it, which I hear is rare that both of them are anywhere to sign anything together. And they said it was the most rare copy of Common America #1. We were talking about the book while this auction started, and I started it at $50. And me and Tim are talking about the book, and it quickly goes to 150. And we're like, holy shit, maybe we should pay attention to the auction. And we're laughing about, oh God, I can't believe it's actually up to 200. Holy crap. The book went to $2,000. And it very much helped the family out. But yeah, it ended up being the most rare copy of Common America. Very much appreciated, and just flat out, I've met Tim Lim. We went to Disney together, me and Mark and his Tim's brother, and Tim's wife. And it was a very good. Oh, and Doug Ernst. It was a very good time. It was actually right after the whole drama with me doing the debate, and Tim Lim got under the skin of all the Comics Gators over the Comics Gate Inc. So I kept making jokes because I'm filming everything. 2 most wanted men in Comics Gate, you know, and joking around. Just like, don't do that. Don't do that. It was a lot of fun. He's a really good guy, by the way. If you guys haven't been supporting now, I find myself mostly cash strapped when it comes to being able to do the Kickstarters Indiegogo. But if you guys are able to, by all means, Iconic Comics is your best bet. They really have been putting out they've been putting out solid work for a long time. Thunder Fox looks like Firestar. Let's see, Beebs. What's your most priceless, absolutely not for sale comic? Hold on. Oi. I bought this book in a Superman collection. It took me forever to sell all of the Superman from this. But since it was Superman and there were a lot of modern things, you know, basically 90s stuff, this thing went for like maybe $40. I mean, the fish keeps getting bigger. So at one point, I'm going to tell you, I bought it for $1.50 and it was 400,000 comics or something like that. But I was looking through collections, and I very much am like, whenever I'm looking for collections to buy for the auction, I'm looking for the little corners. Maybe I recognize this or that. And I recognized a woman in a top hat. And I said, holy shit, I know what that is. And it was Zatanna. Now, a lot of people don't know because she's not on her first appearance, but she is on the splash page. Now, this is a coverless comic for sure. But this is Hawkman #4, the very first appearance of Zatanna. And I was lucky enough to get this when I, what do you call it? I used to know the word. I'm having a hard time. I'm actually, by the way, going to get tested for early Alzheimer's here. Of all people, my mother heard that I was having memory problems and setting it up. What is it? Prorate. Prorate is what I'm trying to think of. When I prorated all the books, I bought the first appearance of Zatanna for 14 cents. No shit. So, but yeah, no way in hell am I ever going to sell this. Well, obviously I've got a family, so there is a way in hell. But that is my most prized. It's a coverless comic. The other one, I'll just turn the camera. The other one over there you'll see is the red suit Daredevil. That's the very first red suit. I've always loved the Creature Commandos. God bless them. They're getting their due. And those 2 war books, one of them's accidentally hung upside down because it fell off and I hung it up wrong. But those are the first appearances of the Unknown Soldier. And then I've got the first appearance of Ultra Boy, one of my favorite Legionnaires. I'm trying to get the first appearance of Wildfire. My favorite horror cover is that Forbidden Love. I could sell it, but no. Then we got the Silver Age first appearance of Black Canary. And these were a gift from Eric, so I will never sell those because I don't sell gifts. But that's Brother Power of the Geek by Joe Simon. Love that book. If you look at him, you think he's a hippie, but all throughout, he's like, oh, you dirty hippies, get a job. I love that freaking book. So, yeah. But all the ones on the wall, generally, I don't want to sell. That's why they're there. But sometimes I have gotten very desperate. So sometimes I pull them down. But there you go. Hey, Nerdy Texan, how are you doing? It's been a long time. I hope you're doing well. I hope the family's doing well, man. Yeah, don't be a stranger. Man. Come on in and chat sometime. It'd be awesome. Let's see. One slick dude. Okay. Were you the one that got the Common American? No. It was actually an outside force. One of Tim's big fans wanted that book. At one point in time, that thing shot up to 5,000 because it was like 2,000. The guy just said 5,000. And then it went, wait a second. And he pulled back on the bid. So it ended up going for 2,000. But that was pretty exciting. It was a fun day that day. And by the way, I cut that segment out. So it is its own video if you ever want to watch. It's a good conversation with Tim Lim, which most of them are. But it also has the sale of a $2,000 comic on the auction. So there you go. Yeah, the first appearance of the red suit Daredevil. Yep. All right, next up we have a one shot of Miss Victory from the Fem Force. There you go. And let's see. Next up we have Danger Girls #1. Now this is from Dirty Pair. And this is one of those manga comics from the 1980s. There you go. I had a stack of Grimm fairy tales this big. I was like, woo, okay, I'm going to. And then I remembered it was fucking hard as hell to sell those Grimm fairy tales. So I said, okay, you know what? I'm just going to get one. What's the best cover? And I figured it's this one. It's the 2012 holiday special. So there you go. I just love this one. All righty. Next up from Image Comics, we have Hack and Slash. I know they were with somebody else before, but then they went to Image, and here we go. Focus. Here we go. All righty. Hey, KRENIZ, what's up? Oh, wait, I read a comment from you. I'm like, hey, how are you doing after I read the comment? This is when they did Flora wrong. I don't think she's a bad character, as a matter of fact. But this is Wonder Girl #1, and this is her. This is the Virgin foil cover, meaning, there we go. You know, no trade dress or anything. There you go. All righty. And I got a couple of trade paperbacks here. This is originally created by Will Eisner and S.M. Iger. This is Sheena, Queen of the Jungle. There we go. And it is a trade paperback. And then I have volume 2. There you go. And by the way, these are really good. I think her name's Marguerite Bennett. She actually does Sheena pretty well. She's the one that wrote the original Bombshells. Okay, kids. Next up from Jamie Delano and Louis Small Jr. and Caesar, it says, is Vampirella Strikes Annual #1. The weird thing about this one is the Adam Hughes is the more common one. So here we go. Bum, bum. I enjoyed the Sheena TV show. I remember the movie with Tanya Roberts, who was one of the Charlie's Angels. Next up from Harris Comics, we have Vampirella Book 1. There you go. Compilation. And, oh, I forgot what this was. This is, Vampirella, Volume 6, issue number 25, the Castro Virgin cover. So there we go. And once again, these things are in awesome shape. Every book so far has been in awesome shape. I know I've got some rougher books coming up, but they're older books, so forgive. They're not the modern new. Okay, next up we have an Ash Can. And this is Vampirella versus Lady Death, The Revenge, limited edition Ash Can. There we go. Tanya Roberts was also in Beastmaster. That was a fun film right there, man. Next up, we have Vampirella and Painkiller Jane. Once again, remember, this man gets none of your money. He's a good writer, but he's a shit human being. He's not going to get none of your money if you buy from me. But here's Vampirella, Painkiller Jane, Ash Can comic by Mark Waid and Brian Augustine. And apparently Paul Miotti. Oh, yeah, of course, because of Painkiller Jane. So there you go. Speaking of Common America, I did not know this happened, but apparently, oh, goodness gracious. What's they actually got them out to an actual publisher. And here is Common America, Volume 2, The Founding Fighters. There you go. My bird has decided to chime in once again. Awesome freaking condition. There you go. And then the book of the day, or one of the books I should have had last week. Not that I'm targeting anybody specific, but if you do like Valiant Comics, here is Solar Man of the Atom #1 in mint condition. There you go. I mean, that is really good. Now, once again, I do have to apologize. These are not in mint condition. Some of them are fine, very fine. I'll have to, of course, go through them to make sure. But what I have here is issue number 16 of The Witching Hour. By the way, these are not cheap books. There you go. It's not in bad shape. Well, until you get to that. I just saw that when the light hit it. Where is it? Did you guys see it? Where? Okay, maybe I'm seeing things. Nope, there it is, right under 30620. Do y'all see that? I swear, when I'm looking at it, I can't see it. But okay, there's a small white line. I have to see if that's a tear or not. Okay, there you go. All righty. And next up, we have issue number 17 of The Witching Hour. Does it still count as a babe comic if the babe's a witch? So it was made when Mark Waid was actually a good writer. Yes. You know, I still say I've got one of his Archie comics. I like the Archie comics that Mark Waid and Brian Augustine did. And I will stand firm on the fact that Archie 1941 is one of the best comic book runs, or miniseries, I should say, in the 2000s. All of these so far, 23 years. God damn, it's been 23 years since the year 2000. It's been 23 years since I turned 30. Next up, we have The Witching Hour, issue number 19. When I'm looking for horror books, The Witching Hour is one of the hardest ones to get in a price range for this auction. The other one is right there, that the Dark Mansion of Forbidden Love. Those are always expensive. All right, next up we have The Witching Hour, issue number 33. I love this cover. There we go. And we have The Witching Hour, issue number 34. I love it when people write a garage sale price onto the comic book itself. I'm sure that was done in the 70s or 80s. Next up, we have issue number 35 of The Witching Hour. There we go. And we have issue number 39. There you go. Some of these are in pretty damn good shape, actually. Next up, I did not know this about FemForce. The later the number, the more valuable it is. Obviously, I guess, okay, they started off, people are into them, and then as the time goes by, only the diehard fans are getting FemForce now, which according to LK is still going on. So here I have issue number 113 of FemForce. Do you mind? Okay. All righty, kids. Next up, we have a Not Falling Apart in My Hands issue number 20 of Dick Tracy. It is not in great shape, but at least it's still together and the cover's on it. But this is issue number 20 of Dick Tracy Monthly. Come on, focus in. There we go. Okay. And, oh man, I don't know which one of these is bigger. Well, you know what? I think even though this is older, I think the last one is bigger. But here we have the March, April. It's from, I believe it's from 1940. I want to say 49. I opened it up earlier, but this is issue number 2 of Dell Comics, The Lone Ranger. There you go. I've been getting into buying these old books if I can get them. Not that they always sell, but occasionally they do. I won't price this out of range or anything like this, but I just think it's badass when it's like, it's 1949. My dad was born in 1946. My mom in 47. I mean, it's something when you come across a book this old. The Bird is saying you need to buy these comics. That is true. The Bird is very, very pro you guys buying the books. And finally, the big book I went back for, not in perfect shape, but you know what? Neither am I. That's fine. But considering this is minting out at $500 in some cases, here we have Herbie the Fat Fury issue 1. There you go. This will not be $500. It's not in $500 shape, but there you go, gang. This is what all the hubbub's about right here, man. All righty. But there you go, guys. That's the auction. That's what's going to happen come Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to have these mixed in with some of the books that you've seen